Yo, what's up guys, it's Tiki-Boxx here, and Overwatch was released. Yes, finally! So, I've had some time to play it since it's been released. I also played it in the open beta, but it's still a new game. It's still really new, and nobody's an expert on how to play it yet. So I just want to share with you some of my tips on how to play Overwatch, what to do, what not to do. And I hope you enjoy, I hope you learn something from this, and without further ado, let's get into the tips. Tip number 1. Be aware of what the team needs. This is kind of obvious to me, but I was surprised to see how many people in pug matches aren't aware of this. I don't know, maybe they just don't care. There's nothing more frustrating than playing the only tank on your team while everybody else is busy playing snipers. And no matter how much you beg for someone to switch over to support and help you to the objective, they just don't listen to you. I think it has to do with this concept of having a main. I mean, just today I was asked, who do I main? What's my main character? And I didn't even know what to answer. Like, I didn't even know what to say. Who do I main? Okay, yes, I do play some certain heroes a lot more than I play others, but I try to be diverse. I don't just decide to play one hero game after game after game without swapping out because, Hanzo's my main-o, hey? No, that's stupid. You need to be aware of your team comp and be aware of the enemy team comp and try to fill the gaps. Does your team need a tank? Well, then pick your favorite tank, the one you're least bad at, to soak up some of those deeps. Does your team need a sniper? Probably not, because there's already 2 Hanzos and a Widowmaker. Is there an enemy Bastion keeping you off the point? Then pick Genji or D.Va and counter him. You might not be the best tank, you might not be the best support, and you won't be great with every hero, especially in the early days of the game, but having just one support, filling that one role, is better for your chances of winning than having no support at all. And change heroes during the game. This is one of the key plays in Overwatch, being able to change your hero during the match. I feel like veterans of Team Fortress 2 and other FPS games will realize this more than the MOBA players out there. Like, what do you do in Team Fortress 2 when there are engineer turrets all over the objective? You take a medic and you ubercharge your demo man or your heavy. In a MOBA, you can't really do that mid-game. You're kind of stuck with what you picked in the beginning. So, I don't know. I think this idea that you stick to one hero come hell or high noon comes from all those MOBA players. But please stop doing that. Just be aware of what your team needs and try to fill that position. Tip number 2. Play the objective. This also kind of seems kind of obvious to me, but that doesn't stop some players from chasing that delicious play of the game. People, Overwatch is not about kills. There isn't even a deathmatch mode. Every map you play in this game will have an objective, whether it's capture the point, push the cart, or a combination, whatever. Whatever role you are playing, you need to play the objective. But Tiki, you wouldn't pick Reaper or Tracer and go stand on the point, would you? Well, no. But that's because there are heroes such as Reaper, such as Tracer, such as D.Va, certain playstyles of other heroes who excel at reaching up loads of kills and who you wouldn't necessarily take to capture the objective, but that doesn't mean you're not playing the objective with these heroes. If you find yourself playing Reaper or Tracer on attack, your job is to take out the enemy entrenchments. Yes, go rack up tons of kills, but you should be trying to disrupt the enemy more than anything. Because a distraction can help your team to push the point, push forward, and that still counts as playing the objective. Being that distraction to mess up the enemy team from behind. Tip number 3. Don't be a dick. This applies to Overwatch, it applies to any other game that you play, it applies to life, man. Don't be a dick. The easiest way to throw a game is to berate your team, because who's going to be interested in making sweet plays when it just means that they're helping that asshole on the team to rack a win? Fuck that. I'd rather go AFK or suicide repeatedly so we lose as quickly as possible. Okay, I personally wouldn't AFK or suicide, but you get my point. Being an asshole to somebody is not going to motivate them. Instead, try to be helpful. If you see somebody making stupid mistakes, Give them some advice. Teach them. Preferably without calling them a name of some kind or insulting their mother. If you're that kind of a player that's an asshole to people on their team, if you follow this tip, you'll find that you'll win more and more games. And if you really must be a dick, then smack talk the enemy. That's what they're there for. Tip number 4. Map awareness is key to success. I'd say map awareness is as important, if not more, than knowing the hero you're playing. Knowing where the choke points are, knowing where the health pickups are, knowing where the sniping spots are and the best places to build defenses. It will take some time to learn the lay of the land, and it will come with experience, but the quicker you learn the map, the better off you'll be. Maybe do some exploring when you're playing defense and you have some time before the match starts to just go out and learn the little nooks and crannies. Pay attention to other players. This is especially handy when it comes to snipers. I don't know how many awesome vantage points and sniper spots I've learned just from watching other players. Some maps even have shortcuts that certain heroes can use to pull off flanking and ambush maneuvers. If you're playing a hero with some sort of movement ability like Genji, Pharah, Reaper, D.Va, Hanzo or Widowmaker, knowing how to use the map to your advantage can result in some awesome plays. Tip number 5. Don't trickle in. I'm sure you might have heard this said before, but that's how serious it is, because people are talking about this issue of trickling in. For those of you who don't know, trickling in is when players enter areas one by one or without the support of their team when they're outnumbered by the enemy. And it's actually quite easy to fall into that trap. In the heat of battle, you might not be paying attention, you might not be aware that your team is mostly dead or still running to your position, so you turn that corner expecting to kick some ass, but the full enemy team is there waiting for you and you have no backup. Yeah, I've done this myself plenty of times, but I would urge you to pay attention to who is alive on your team, who is around you, and who on the enemy is alive. If 3 of you are dead, but 4 of the enemies are also dead, it's okay to push forward because, you'll be kind of outnumbering them and the odds will be, sort of even. But if it's just you and another guy and the whole enemy team is alive, then you should definitely wait, hold back for reinforcements. Don't trickle in and get taken out, because then your team is going to be a man down when they want to push forward and until you can get back to the fight. It's easy to tell who's alive and where your team are. Just hit tab and you can see who's alive and who's dead on both teams. You can see where your allies are just by looking around for the little blue arrows. Or you can see where one of your allies has fallen by looking out for the little skulls. Please guys, don't trickle in. It's never a good strat and you will lose. Rather, group up and tackle the enemy as a team. This is a team game after all. Thanks for watching guys, this has been Tiki-Boxx. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And leave a comment in the comment section below whether you liked the video or not. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in Overwatch, and as always, love and peace.